Hey guys, I got part 121 record keeping requirements. A little bit of the contents, necessity for records, regulatory, and keep record keeping at a real life airline. The necessity for records. Maintaining meticulous records is an indispensable aspect of operating a 121 airline, serving as the bedrock for ensuring the safety of passengers and crew, demonstrating unwavering regulatory compliance, and upholding the fundamental integrity of air transportation. These records spanning personnel qualifications and performance, the intricate maintenance history of aircraft, and the dedicated detailed logs of flight operations provide a comprehensive and auditable trail of airlines' adherence to stringent safety protocols and local obligations maintained by the FAA. First one I got for you is 121.683, which covers crew member and dispatcher records. That states each certificate holder shall keep records of each crew member and each aircraft dispatcher for domestic and flag that show whether the crew member or aircraft dispatcher complies with the applicable sections of this chapter, including but not limited to proficiency in route checks, airplane and route qualifications, training, any required physical examinations, flight, duty, and rest time records, and each action taken concerning the release from employment or physical or professional disqualification of any flight crew member or aircraft dispatcher, and keep the record for at least 6 months thereafter. Then we got 121.380 maintenance records, recording records containing the following information: total time in service for the airframe, except as provided in paragraph B of this section, the total time in service of each engine and propeller, the current status of life limited parts of each airframe, engine, propeller, and appliance, the time since last overhaul of all items installed on the aircraft, the identification of the current inspection of status of the aircraft, including the time since the last inspection is required by the inspection program under which the aircraft and its appliances are maintained. So, like your progressive inspection programs for like a commercial jet. The current status of applicable airworthiness directives, including the date and methods of compliance, and the airworthiness directives involves recurring action, the time and date when the next action was required, and a list of current major alterations to each airframe, engine, propeller, and appliance. Then 121.695, 697, this is your flight release. And the certificate holder needs to keep this information for 3 months. 121.703, service difficulty reports. Anything that happens in flight to a commercial transport category jet. Fires, false fire indications, engine exhaust failures, engine failures, engine shutdowns during flight, engine shutdowns during flight when the external damage to the engine or airplane structure occurs, engine shutdown during flight due to foreign object debris, ingestion, engine shutdown during flight of more than one engine, or a propeller feathering system issue. There's a whole list of failures that may occur in flight. And for in-flight purposes, it's leaving the ground and touching the ground for an aircraft in this case. And they have to maintain that for 30 days. Then we got the SMS, Safety Management System. Every airline is required to have one, and any person required to have an SMS under this part must maintain records of outputs of safety risk management processes as described in subpart C of this chapter. Maintain records of outputs of safety assurance processes prescribed. So this is like your ASAPs and stuff like that. And then I want to talk a little bit about the real airline. So most of the time today, it's all going to be digital at this point. So we keep track of everything that happens with the crews and the aircraft on the iPad, or the apps on the iPad. A couple of those are Crew Check-in, which is CCI, FOSS, which is where all this data is stored. It's the scheduling tool, and also like the trip tray tool and stuff for American. EAML, which stands for Aircraft Maintenance Log, which also houses the ADL, which is the Aircraft Damage Log. So anything wrong with the aircraft is going to be written up in the EAML on the iPad, and eventually transferred to the ADL if it needs to be. Then we have the AMR, which is for maintenance personnel, and then Comply 365, which is like almost like an Adobe PDF reader almost. So it stores all of our regulatory documents such as manuals and things of that nature, as well as flight releases and stuff. You can import documents to it to be read that way. And here are my resources. Thanks.